Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.
Thank you for joining me. I'm looking forward to talking to you about branding and marketing today. Very exciting topic, and I think it's something that is very helpful to anyone that is launching their business. I have seen marketers and branders that market and brand themselves not so awesomely. So it's a great topic. And if you haven't looked at your logo, your brand, your marketing, your message lately, let's get into it. I want to talk about a couple of different things: maximizing your time, understanding your message, and creating the desired feelings for your brand. What am I talking about when I'm talking about maximizing your time? If you're on a Zoom call, if you're in a marketing meeting face-to-face, if you are someplace, your brand should be with you. How are you representing your brand? The moment that, I can have branded clothing and branded ties, you will see that. It is in development. You'll often see me in the pink shirt and the pink tie lately to go with the pink background. That is branding. I don't personally love wearing the same colors every day, so you do see that I change it up, but I am often in that pink tie and pink shirt. I like the look. It has been marketing approved, crowd approved. I've definitely done some research and spoken to event professionals and folks in the space, and they dig it. So that's why you'll see me wear it. And I like it as well. So, you got to do things that, are personally satisfying and gratifying, but it's also something that I've gotten the feedback that is effective in terms of brand recognition and providing the desired feelings for my brand. I want folks to consider my brand upscale, professional, dependable, caring. When I did my recent brand work with Rob Genovese, which I really recommend, we went into that, with those words in particular to represent my brand. So it makes it easier for me to do my messaging because I understand my message is around that wording. It's liberating because now when I put out my content, when I put out my advertising, I am focused on everything that falls into representing those words. And if it doesn't, I don't need to think about it. I just cut it and I'm moving forward with things that represent professionalism, dependable, responsible, caring, dependable. Those are the things that I'm focused on. For folks that don't have a logo or don't have a logo that is evoking the feeling that you want people to have when they see your brand, you can go to Fiverr, you can go to a professional artist within your network and get that work done. But you want that brand to evoke the feelings that you want people to have when they associate you and your brand. Marketing and branding yourself is so important because you'll often have just a moment of an image. And, Facebook, YouTube, these are not extremely complicated logos, but because they're always there, they're present when you're on the platform, they become things that are instantly recognizable. Coke, Pepsi. These are things that are instantly recognizable. The branding is always present in their advertising, instantly recognizable, and they do it in lots of different ways through sound. I was listening to a Gary Vee podcast this morning, and they were talking about Elf Cosmetics, which, if you haven't heard of Elf, it stands for eyes, lips, face, I believe. And their branding is something special. I haven't paid a lot of attention to it, not exactly their target demographic, but I've heard about it from different brand folks, people that are paying attention in the business space. So I suggest you take a look at them. But what they're talking about that they had success with was they actually went to create music for their social media posts. Now, we created a theme song for BizDev Live. I'm still struggling to get it into the format in the most appropriate way. But it's those kind of steps that separate your brand. And as you incorporate them more savvily into what you're doing, you're going to have greater success. You're going to have greater traction than other competitors in your market space. And that's what branding and marketing is all about. It is about setting yourself apart. So what are you doing with your branding to set yourself apart? And if you're on a Zoom call and all you got is your name in your profile and you don't really have any background that tells a story about who you are or what you do, it is time wasted. So maximize your time. Make sure that you have the imaging around you that is working on your behalf. I compare it to having income that you don't have to work for, setting up a business that is making money while you're sleeping. Get these visuals into place and let them do their marketing magic for you without you having to think about it. You put it up, and similar to me having my backdrop here, this is a digital background created with a green screen using the StreamYard platform. Those are the tools, and then it's how you actually implement the use of those tools, right? So what you want to do is just create a visual story that is in the background, that while you're having normal conversation, your brand, your marketing is burning its message into your brain. I owe that message to Rob Genovese, but it is not something that is uncommon in the branding and marketing space. The idea is very specific and important to what you are doing. Make sure that you are not wasting the eye space, not wasting the time. Maximize your time that you have with people and burn your brand into their minds. Make yourself seem more professional and more branded and more marketably desirable in that moment. Make sure that you look professional and are sharp and are presenting your brand in the best possible light. I saw a photographer that didn't have the digital background, but she had her photographs on the wall, and I thought that was a great tie-in. It was instant photography, photographs. There's lots of different ways to do it. If you can't make the computer work, get tchotchkes, get a vinyl sign, whatever you need to make it work so that you look the best you can and you have your marketing and your message available to people. If you're a little bit lost on what your brand and image is, start by defining your brand. Review the product or service your business offers. Pinpoint the space in the market it occupies and research the emotive and rational needs and concerns of your customers. Your brand character should promote your business, connect with your customer base, and differentiate you in the market. When building your brand, think of it as a person. Every one of us is an individual whose character is made up of beliefs, values, and purposes that define who we are and who we connect with. Our personality determines how we behave in different situations, how we dress and what we say. Of course, for people, it's intuitive and it's rare that you even consider what your own character is. But when you're building a brand, it's vital to have that understanding. Consider what is driving your business. What does it believe in? What is its purpose? And who are its brand heroes? Those things can help establish your emotive brand positioning and inform the identity and character for brand communications. Aim to build long-term relationships with your customers. Don't dress up your offering and raise expectations that result in broken promises. Create trust with honest branding. Be clear who your company is and be true to the values that drive it every day. This is the feelings aspect of it, right? Speak to your customers with a consistent tone of voice. It will help reinforce the business's character and clarify its offerings so customers are aware exactly what to expect from the product or service. Don't repeat the same message in the same way over and over again. It's great to have a tagline, but any message repeated over and over again is just going to get lost in the noise. Instead, aim to make your key messages work together to build a coherent identity. Don't try to mimic the look of chains or big brands. Try and carve out your own distinctive identity. There's a big consumer trend towards independent establishments, and several chains are, in fact, trying to mimic an independent feel to capture some of that market. You hear that? People are trying to mimic the independents, you, right? So be you. There is a big consumer trend towards independent establishments, and several chains are, in fact, trying to mimic an independent feel to capture some of the market. Truly independent operators can leverage their status to attract customers who are looking for something more original and authentic that aligns with how they feel about themselves. Be innovative, bold, and daring. Stand for something you believe in. Big brands are encumbered by large layers of bureaucracy, preventing them from being flexible and reacting to the ever-changing needs of their customers. Those layers of decision makers can make it hard for them to be daring with their branding. If you're a small business, be light, be flexible, be fast, be on it. Always consider your branding when communicating with customers. Don't lose your pride or dilute your brand positioning with indiscriminate discounting. Try offering more rather than slashing prices. Profit margin, right? We've talked about it before on this. I can't say it enough. Make sure you're charging what you're worth and then double it so that you get that profit margin so that you can build your business and you can treat your customers and your employees and your partners the way that you really want to, the best possible way possible, right? Promotions are an opportunity to reinforce your brand mission. The old way of stamping your logo on everything won't cut it. The future of branding is fluid and engaging. Respect your customers' intelligence by not giving everything away up front. Generate some intrigue and allow them to unearth more about your brand for themselves. Ambassadors who revel in telling other people what they have discovered. This was a lot of this that I've taken was written by Dan Enzig, CEO of Mystery, the brand design agency that helped develop brands for clients, including Bocan, Canary Wharf, Rogan, Bubbyology, Giraffe, Yorka, Sloan Brothers of the UK. So I know you might not know a lot of these names. Cafe Italia, which is a big international company, Ponti's Italian Kitchen, Cafe Ritazza, Quana Olivia's Kitchen, Gino Gelato, Monkey Nuts, and Zaza Bazaar, the largest restaurant in Britain. So really cool stuff. I'll post the article in the comments. Definitely an article you want to check out. But branding and marketing, maximize your time. Make sure that you're burning your image into people's eyes so they know exactly who you are, what your company is, and what you represent every time you meet with them, every time you talk with them, and ideally every time they're checking in with your social media posts. I want you to brand yourself. I want you to market yourself. I want you to be successful. I look forward to talking to you again. See you on Monday at 11. Theme music, please. All right. See you tomorrow.
Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.